And what if men were told that the reason they feel less energy, less strength, and less response down there doesn't have as much to do with the years they've lived, but with what they put on their plate every morning? Many men over 65 silently accept that their erections are not what they used to be. They resign themselves to that feeling of leg heaviness or numbness in the groin, believing it's a lost battle against time. But modern science is showing us something different, something that changes the rules of the game. The real thief of masculine vitality might not be age, but breakfast. And today, Dr. Carter is going to show how to get it back. Dr. Emily Carter has specialized in comprehensive men's health for years, focusing on how nutrition can reverse many of the problems mistakenly associated only with aging. In her practice, she has seen men regain the confidence and vitality they thought were lost forever. The secret isn't in a miracle pill, but in understanding that the body has an amazing ability to heal itself if given the right tools. And today, she will reveal 5 of those tools, 5 simple, delicious, and powerful breakfasts that can reactivate blood circulation right where it's needed most. Across the country, we face a concerning picture. Data often shows that a significant percentage of men only go to the doctor when symptoms are already advanced. This means waiting until the problem is severe before acting. However, the numbers also offer hope. Life expectancy for American men continues to rise, but there is still a noticeable gap compared to women. This gap doesn't have to exist if smart decisions are made starting today. So if this message resonates, viewers are invited to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and activate notifications. Their journey to feeling stronger starts now. They are encouraged to share this content with other men who need to hear this. Their experience could save lives. Let's begin with the first superfood for breakfast, Greek yogurt combined with walnuts. Dr. Carter calls this combination the power duo for muscles and flexible arteries. In her years of practice, she constantly hears patients complain about a general loss of strength. They struggle to lift grocery bags, get tired climbing stairs, and notice that this lack of vigor is also reflected in their intimacy. What many don't connect is that the typical breakfast in many parts of the country, that sweet pastry with coffee or those sugary cereals, are direct enemies of muscle mass. After 60, men enter a natural process called sarcopenia, which is muscle loss. This doesn't just affect the arms or legs, but also a set of vital and often ignored muscles, the pelvic floor muscles. These muscles are like an internal hammock supporting the organs and play a crucial role in erectile function. If they weaken, the ability to maintain an erection decreases drastically. This is where the first powerful breakfast comes in. Greek yogurt, not the common sugary yogurt, but Greek yogurt is an incredibly dense source of protein. Protein is the building block with which the body repairs and builds muscle. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that adequate protein intake in older adults is directly linked to better physical function and less frailty. By giving the body this high-quality protein in the morning, men are providing the necessary material to strengthen those pelvic floor muscles first thing. Now let's combine that with a handful of walnuts. Walnuts are the kings of nuts when it comes to vascular health. They are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are powerful natural anti-inflammatories, and also arginine, an amino acid that, as will be discussed later, is a precursor to nitric oxide. This combination reduces the inflammation that hardens arteries and improves their flexibility, allowing blood to flow more freely and powerfully. Dr. Carter recalls the case of Charles, a 68-year-old accountant who came to her office feeling exhausted. His intimate life had suffered, and his confidence was rock bottom. His breakfast consisted of 2 pastries and coffee loaded with sugar, something very typical here in the U.S. She proposed a simple change. Replace that with a bowl of Greek yogurt, a handful of walnuts, and some berries. At first, he was skeptical. "That's it, Dr. Carter?" 1 month later, he returned with a smile. Not only did he feel more energy during the day, but he confessed with some shyness that his performance in private moments had improved in a way he hadn't expected. If this first tip resonates with viewers, they are encouraged to give the video a like and let Dr. Carter know in the comments if they have already tried this combination. Have they noticed any changes? Their experience can motivate other men. As a doctor, what Dr. Carter values about this option is that it tackles the problem on 2 fronts, muscular and vascular. It's a comprehensive strategy in a single dish. The second powerful breakfast, and one of her favorites for its incredible effectiveness, is a simple but transformative spinach and mushroom omelet. Think of it as a natural nitric oxide power plant. Everyone has heard that eggs are good, but the truth is, eating them alone is like having a powerful car without the right fuel. The true power of the egg is unleashed when combined with the right ingredients, turning it into a real engine for circulation. The problem she often sees is that many men, when thinking of a healthy breakfast, limit themselves to a boiled or fried egg with white bread. That's okay, but a golden opportunity is being missed. The real secret to circulation isn't just in the egg's protein, but in a compound that can be easily added: dietary nitrates. And the best source of nitrates at breakfast is spinach. When men eat spinach, their body converts those natural nitrates into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a messenger molecule that tells the walls of the blood vessels to relax and open up. This causes vasodilation, meaning the diameter of the arteries increases, allowing a torrent of oxygen-rich blood to reach every corner of the body, especially the pelvic area. It's the same principle used by many erectile dysfunction drugs, but obtained naturally and without side effects. Now, if mushrooms, any type of edible mushroom, are added to that spinach, the effect is enhanced even more. Mushrooms are rich in B vitamins, essential for energy production, and contain a unique antioxidant called ergothioneine, which, according to research published in the journal Nature, helps protect cells from oxidative stress, that internal rust to be discussed later. So an omelet or scrambled eggs with a good handful of spinach and mushrooms isn't just a delicious breakfast, it's a therapeutic tool. Men are consuming high-quality protein for their muscles, nitrates to open their arteries, and antioxidants to protect them. James, a 71-year-old patient of Dr. Carter's, suffered from high blood pressure and complained of a constant feeling of heaviness and coldness in his extremities. She suggested this breakfast 4 times a week. 2 weeks later, he shared something fascinating. Not only did he feel lighter and more energetic, but he noticed a feeling of warmth and better response down there, something that, in his words, he thought age had stolen forever. His body simply needed the right ingredients to reactivate its own internal pharmacy. If men don't like spinach, they can use other leafy greens like arugula or kale. The important thing is to include that nitrate source in the morning. Let's move on to the third breakfast, one that is refreshing, delicious, and incredibly protective. A berry smoothie or shake. Dr. Carter considers it the antioxidant shield for veins. A while ago, a patient said something that stuck with her. "Dr. Carter, I feel like I'm rusting from the inside out." And he couldn't have described it better. Stress, pollution, and especially a diet rich in processed foods and sugars generate a phenomenon in the body called oxidative stress. Imagine blood vessels are like metal pipes. Over time, if the water passing through them isn't pure, they start to rust. That rust makes them rigid, brittle, and narrow. The same happens in the body. Oxidative stress rusts the walls of arteries, causing inflammation and damage, which greatly hinders blood flow. This is where the third breakfast comes in: a berry smoothie or shake. Strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. These little jewels of nature are possibly the most concentrated source of antioxidants men can consume. Their intense color comes from compounds called anthocyanins, which are potent flavonoids. Multiple studies, including a well-known one from Harvard University, have linked the regular consumption of these flavonoids with better cardiovascular health and a reduced risk of erectile dysfunction. Why? Because they act as a true cleanup and protection team. They neutralize free radicals, which are the molecules that cause that rust, reduce inflammation in the arterial walls, and help keep them flexible and elastic. A small glass each morning, prepared with a handful of frozen berries, a little water or unsweetened plant-based milk, and perhaps a tablespoon of chia seeds. It's one of the simplest and most effective ways to polish the circulatory system from the inside out. Dr. Carter remembers Michael, a 69-year-old man, a smoker for part of his life, who complained of poor circulation. His feet and hands were always cold, and he had a worrying lack of sensation. He started having this smoothie every morning. He didn't expect much. However, 3 weeks later, he reported that the tingling sensation in his legs had noticeably decreased, and most importantly for him, he had begun to regain sensation in areas he thought were numb forever. His body was literally cleansing itself of accumulated damage. The wonderful thing about this option is its versatility. A little protein powder can be added if desired, or a spinach leaf for extra nitrates. It's a delicious way to give the body a concentrated dose of health every morning. Have viewers tried any of these breakfasts? They are encouraged to let Dr. Carter know in the comments which one catches their eye the most and subscribe for more exclusive content on men's health. The power of a simple smoothie should not be underestimated. Sometimes the most refreshing solution is also the most profound. And now we arrive at the fourth combination, which transforms a classic into a health powerhouse: whole grain toast with avocado and flax seeds. This breakfast is undoubtedly the guardian of the heart and arteries. Now let's talk about a breakfast classic, but in its smart version. Forget white bread with butter or margarine. It's time to evolve to an option that not only fills men up, but actively protects their cardiovascular system. Many people are afraid of avocado because of its fat content, but this is one of the healthiest fats available. Avocado is rich in monounsaturated fats, the same type of beneficial fat found in olive oil. These fats help reduce LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, which forms plaque in arteries and obstructs them. Additionally, avocado is an exceptional source of potassium. Potassium is fundamental to counteracting the negative effects of sodium in the diet, helping to maintain healthy blood pressure. And controlled blood pressure is absolutely essential for good erectile function. In the US, where salt consumption in the traditional diet can be high, this benefit of avocado is particularly important. According to health data, cardiovascular diseases remain one of the leading causes of death among American men, but many of these can be prevented with proper nutrition. When avocado is combined with whole grain toast, real whole grain, not brown-colored bread, but dense with visible fiber, slow-releasing carbohydrates are added. This prevents blood sugar spikes, which over time damage the small, delicate blood vessels throughout the body. And the final touch, the one that turns it into a super breakfast: a tablespoon of freshly ground flax seeds. Flaxseed is one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3s and compounds called lignans. Both are incredibly potent at reducing systemic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is the silent enemy of arterial health. By fighting it every morning, men are creating an internal environment that favors circulation. Lewis, a 75-year-old patient, was very worried about his cholesterol and blood pressure. His breakfast was coffee with milk and sweet cookies. Dr. Carter proposed this change. At first, he thought it was kids' food. Today, he wouldn't trade it for anything. Not only did he see an improvement in his blood tests, but he told her he felt much more stable energy throughout the entire day. And one day, with a sly smile, he confessed, "Dr. Carter, this breakfast isn't just good for the heart, it's also good for a man's spirits." He understood the connection perfectly. What is good for the heart is excellent for intimate life. A practical tip: make sure to grind the flax seeds just before consuming them, as this allows the body to better absorb their nutrients. Finally, the fifth and final element is not a solid food, but a drink that prepares the body for healing from the very first sip: a turmeric and ginger infusion. Dr. Carter calls it the morning anti-inflammatory elixir. The root of poor circulation is often not a clogged artery, but something quieter: chronic low-grade inflammation. It's a slow, constant fire that hardens blood vessels and makes it difficult for blood to flow. Turmeric, with its active compound curcumin, and ginger, with gingerols, are two of the most potent natural anti-inflammatories that exist. The Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine has published several studies confirming curcumin's ability to reduce inflammatory markers in the body, sometimes with effectiveness comparable to some drugs, but without their side effects. Ginger, on the other hand, not only fights inflammation but also improves digestion and has a thermogenic effect. That is, it generates gentle heat that helps stimulate metabolism and circulation from within. Starting the day with this warm infusion, even before the main breakfast, is like giving the body an internal anti-inflammatory shower. It prepares the digestive system, calms systemic irritation, and creates the ideal conditions for optimal blood flow throughout the rest of the day. Dr. Carter remembers Robert, 77, who suffered not only from low energy but also from joint pain in his knees and hands. His body felt stiff and old. She suggested he start each morning with this infusion: a thin slice of fresh ginger, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a pinch of black pepper to improve curcumin absorption. After 2 weeks, he not only noticed an improvement in his joints, but he mentioned something that surprised him. He felt more general vitality, an effect that also positively reflected on his intimate life. By reducing his entire system's inflammation, he not only relieved his knees, but also woke up his arteries. In the US, where fresh ginger is readily available and turmeric is increasingly easy to find, this infusion becomes a powerful and accessible tool. For those accessing healthcare through various systems, this can be a perfect complementary strategy to conventional medical treatments. Viewers have reached this point, and that shows Dr. Carter they take their health seriously. They are no longer the person who started watching this video. Now they have knowledge. They have 5 powerful, natural tools, but knowledge without action is just stored information. Real change happens when one decides to take the first step, and she wants them to take that step today. Not tomorrow, not Monday, today. She knows what men might be thinking. Dr. Carter, it's hard to change my lifelong habits. She understands, but she is not asking them to change everything. She is asking them to make one change. Think about tomorrow's breakfast. What will they choose? The same old pastry? Or will they try the power of Greek yogurt with walnuts? That lonely coffee? Or scrambled eggs with spinach that awaken their circulation? They don't have to be perfect, they just have to start. Choose one of these 5. Breakfast and commit to trying it for 1 week. Just 1 week. Give the body a chance to respond. Remember this: the first hour after waking is the most crucial moment of the day for the circulatory system. It's when the body is most receptive. It's the opportunity to break the cycle of inflammation and start building stronger blood flow. Don't waste it. In the US, where life expectancy for men still lags behind women, where thousands of men die annually from prostate cancer according to CDC data, and where many wait until symptoms are advanced to seek help, these small changes can make a huge difference. International studies show that regular ejaculation frequency can reduce the risk of prostate cancer by up to 33%. But did men know that healthy circulation is fundamental to maintaining that function? Everything is connected. Dr. Carter has discussed 5 breakfasts that are much more than simple food. They are medicine: Greek yogurt with walnuts to build muscle and give arteries flexibility, the spinach omelet to flood the body with natural nitric oxide, the berry smoothie as a protective shield against damage, whole grain toast with avocado to care for the heart, and that turmeric and ginger infusion to fight inflammation at its root. If viewers like this content, they are encouraged to subscribe to the channel, activate the notification bell, and share it with other men who need this information. In her next video, Dr. Carter will reveal the 5 most common mistakes men make after 50 that completely sabotage their sexual energy. Viewers won't want to miss it. She wants viewers to leave with one final idea. Age does not have to be a sentence. It doesn't take away strength, vigor, or masculinity. It only takes away what men decide to give up. And today, they have learned they don't have to give up on feeling good. Change is possible. It is within reach. It is literally on their plate. Men have the power to rewrite their health story, and that new story can begin tomorrow with their breakfast. And remember, if men are over 50, they should not forget to get regular checkups at their doctor's office. Prevention is their best ally. Thank you for joining.